Obviously, this is very tough for me to say now, but I will be retiring from boxing after tonight because I just got fraud checked by Crawford and he took all my fucking belts. I can't believe this shit. He just bent me over Mexican style in front of the whole world and fed me my tacos with his right jab whole night. I am embarrassed very much. Now you guys see why I was ducking Benavides. I didn't want to get exposed. I thought I could beat this little black guy, but he was moving like Speedy Gonzalez in the ring. Holy shit, man. I don't give shit about this stuff. Who the hell are you, huh? I just told you, Crawford spread my cheeks wide open in front of the whole world and pounded my ass. Full Mexican Diddy. I got embarrassed enough tonight. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna go enjoy retirement now. I will forever be known.
The weight of Canelo Alvarez's retirement announcement hung over the boxing world like a heavy fog, echoing through the sport like the final toll of a bell. His voice, thick with sorrow, carried the pain of a man who had given his heart, soul, and body to boxing, finally admitting it was time to step away. His eyes, once sharp with confidence and fire, revealed something his fans never thought they would see: resignation. For millions watching around the world, this was far more than a retirement speech. It was the closing of a golden era. Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican superstar who dominated multiple weight classes and inspired an...
I told you, motherfuckers. What did you just watch? I only speak the facts.
entire generation stood before the world and confessed that the fight inside him was gone. There were no excuses, no bravado, just the raw, unfiltered truth. For fans, the moment wasn't just about one man stepping away from the ring. It was a sobering reminder that even the brightest stars eventually fade. Almost immediately, Oscar de la Hoya seized the moment.
Just feel like the timing now, the age, Canelo is amazing. I mean, not just because of his ability and what he's accomplished, but the fact that he still has the desire for those training camps and those fights. But I just feel like that desire might be fading a little bit. Not because of his love for, but just because of age and like...
To remind everyone of a prediction he had made long before the fight. Speaking with absolute certainty, he claimed Canelo's downfall had been inevitable from the very moment Terence Crawford accepted the bout. His bold declaration ignited fierce debate among fans.
All praise to the Lord above me. I gotta give him all the praise, because without him, I wouldn't be here. And I told y'all, I'm not here just by a coincidence. God bless me, and he made this event, he made this night just for me.
Some agreed, saying they had seen signs of Canelo's decline for years, while others pushed back, insisting Canelo had been unfairly written off. But De La Hoya's confidence reflected the belief of those who saw the fight as destiny rather than surprise. Promoter Eddie Hearn offered a different, more respectful perspective. His words carried sadness but also understanding. Hearn spoke of Canelo's greatness with deep reverence, emphasizing that retirement is a deeply personal decision only the fighter can make. His message was clear: even legends, no matter how bright their star, must eventually choose to step away. While others mourned the end of an era, Terence "Bud" Crawford stood tall.
I feel a champion, no matter what. You know, I win no matter what, and I still feel a champion. So it is what it is. You need to take the loss and accept everything. But I'm gonna continue. Doing.
Unapologetic and unshaken. For Crawford, this wasn't luck or circumstance. It was validation. Years of discipline, sacrifice, and a relentless pursuit of perfection had led him to this moment. He made it clear that history would remember him not just as the man who defeated Canelo Alvarez, but as the one who forced boxing's biggest icon into retirement. Even in defeat, Canelo carried himself with the pride of a champion. His words spoke of resilience and unbroken spirit, refusing to let a single loss erase a legacy built over decades. But the reality was undeniable. Crawford had shifted the balance of power. With precision, composure, and ruthless execution, he dismantled one of the most decorated fighters in modern boxing history. Canelo's pride remained, but his guttural scream after the fight told a different story. It was a raw, haunting cry, a mix of frustration, sorrow, and heartbreak. It wasn't weakness. It was proof of how deeply he loved the sport, how devastating it was to be conquered by a man whose brilliance he couldn't solve. Fans will remember that sound not as defeat, but as the final testament of a warrior who gave everything. Crawford's win was more than just a victory. It was a seismic shift, a redefinition of boxing's very hierarchy. Former champion Carl Froch voiced the question on everyone's mind: is this truly the end for Canelo Alvarez or just a strategic move? Froch noted that talk of retirement often follows crushing defeats.
So this retirement, I'm not sure if it's genuine. Maybe it is, but I don't know what he's going to do now he's retired. The fact of the matter is, he's announced his retirement. He's either trying to leverage for more money and putting himself in position, so he's got people begging for him to come out, or he's actually genuinely going to retire. Not sure what he's going to...
Suggesting that redemption might still be on the table. Perhaps, he said, this was leverage for a rematch. But even Froch admitted that Crawford's dominant performance left little room for excuses. If this retirement was genuine, it meant Crawford hadn't just won a fight, he had ended the career of one of boxing's most celebrated icons. Boxing analyst Spencer Oliver paid heartfelt tribute to Canelo, praising his charisma, talent, and unmatched global impact. He called Canelo one of the sport's greatest attractions, a fighter who transcended boxing itself. But Oliver also delivered the hard truth. Crawford didn't just beat Canelo. He closed the book on his era. The torch wasn't passed peacefully. Crawford ripped it away in the ring, seizing his place as the...
Just that he's a big personality and he sells fights so well and he's a big character, and the press conferences, the build-up to fights, and what he delivers in the ring. The guy is a serious talent, and he'll be missed when he's retired.
The new face of boxing. Canelo's departure leaves a void, but also clears the stage for Crawford to shine as the sport's leading man. On this unforgettable night, two stories were written: the end of a legend's reign and the rise of a new king. Canelo Alvarez walked away a proud warrior, while Terence Crawford stood triumphant, forever etched in history as the man who shattered boxing's brightest star. Terence "Bud" Crawford revealed a side of himself rarely seen. Known for being calm, composed, and stoic throughout his career, Crawford was overcome with emotion the moment the words "middleweight champion" echoed across the arena. Tears streamed down his face. Not just for another belt, but for what it symbolized: validation. His journey from the humble streets of Omaha to the very pinnacle of world boxing had reached its crowning moment. To dethrone a giant like Canelo Alvarez wasn't just a victory. It was the defining act of Crawford's career. The presence of global figures like Mr. Beast celebrating ringside only highlighted how far Crawford's influence had spread. He is no longer just a champion. He's a global phenomenon. Commentator Jay Papp raised a provocative question that lingered in the minds of fans: what if Crawford, at the very peak of his powers, were to step away too? Canelo's sudden retirement had shocked the boxing world, and the thought of Crawford one day making a similar choice underscored the sport's unpredictability. For now, however, such an idea feels unthinkable. Crawford is sharper, smarter, and hungrier than ever. This victory cemented his place at the very top of every pound-for-pound list. Teofimo Lopez captured the essence of boxing when he reflected on the fight's beauty and brutality. Two warriors entered the ring, risking everything, allowing the world to see who was truly the best. And on this night, that man was Terence Crawford. Lopez emphasized the purity of the outcome. There was no controversy, no questionable scorecards, no excuses. Canelo, a living legend, gave everything he had, but Crawford had every answer. He dictated the pace, adapted in every round, and executed with flawless precision. For Lopez, Crawford's dominance was so complete that a rematch wasn't even necessary. The future now lies entirely in Crawford's hands. Analyst Gio Paya broke the fight down with a technical lens, focusing on what he called the defining skill of elite fighters: adaptability. Crawford didn't just show skill, he proved himself extraordinary. Switching effortlessly between orthodox and southpaw stances, he pressed forward when needed and retreated strategically when the moment demanded. This versatility made him completely unpredictable. For a fighter like Canelo, who built his success on timing and precision, Crawford's constant adjustments were suffocating. Every time Canelo...
We saw a great fight tonight, did we not? That's all that matters. Two guys risked it, and the better man won tonight. That was Crawford.
Terence got it right. Is there no need for a rematch, or do you want to see running back? Because it was pretty good, like you said.
No, it was pretty, it was really good, actually.
Yeah.
So it's up to the jam.
Canelo tried to impose his rhythm. Crawford shifted gears, leaving him searching for solutions that never came. Paya noted that adaptability is the very science of boxing, the skill that turns champions into icons. Crawford's mastery of it against one of the sport's greatest cemented him as boxing's new standard bearer. Now as the dust settles, the conversation grows louder. If this truly marks the end of Canelo Alvarez's legendary career, fans have witnessed the closing of one of boxing's greatest chapters. A champion who defined an era, carried the sport on his back, and built a legacy that will echo for generations. But as one door closes, another opens. Terence "Bud" Crawford didn't just win a fight, he conquered an era. He defeated boxing's biggest name and cemented himself as the undisputed pound-for-pound king. The question now looms large. Will Canelo's pride pull him back for one last stand, or will Crawford march forward to dominate new divisions and build an untouchable legacy? Boxing thrives at these crossroads moments where history and destiny collide. And right now, one truth shines brighter than all others. This is Crawford's time.